patience has run out with this reading. Run out. This is my third attempt to read for you. So I don't know what's going on in your guys' life right now, but it feels like it's very frustrating. And I have had it. Even my little clicker thing isn't working. So I'm going to begin again for the third time and try to get into this energy again, even though I don't know if you guys don't want me to read, if you don't want me to know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but this crap's crazy. And now this blinky light's making me crazy. So I don't know if you guys are just super irritable, but getting into your energy is making me super irritated. So let's try again. Please see the description box below for a reminder of how I read. I don't read gender, I read energy. We all have masculine and feminine energies, so it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you can come up as a king, queen, or knight, although you generally come up as the sex that you are in my readings. Knights can go either way. I will read this as a love reading. It doesn't necessarily need to be a love reading. It can involve family, friends, a boss, work, job, project, you name it, whatever. It can be any of those things. What else? Energy is fluid, so this can go either way. So when I'm talking to you and I say, hey Aries, and you're like, nope, that's not me, you know, that's my boyfriend. All right, cool. Just flip it. You know, it can go either way. It just depends on the situation. But with that said, I'm doing something fun because Halloween is in a few weeks. I'm using the Halloween Oracle for the readings this time. I did pull on the energy of the reading prior to starting to record, just because the video would be really long if I didn't. So with that, let's get into some of the energy that came out. And I can see if you are frustrated and irritated why. It looks like there's definitely been an ending to a situation. It may be with somebody younger than you. This can also be an ending to a friendship, a job, things like that. But like I said, I'm going to read it as though it's romance. It looks like there's been a lot of communication about this ending, that just the love isn't there anymore, that there isn't passion for this anymore. And I think it's been particularly difficult because one or both of you felt like this was a really like blessed union. That you just felt like this was a really, really special relationship. Like God's hand was on this relationship. There was something here for you to be learned. There is in every ending. There's nothing ever happens in your life for no reason. And there was definitely a lesson for you to take from this. And I want to point that out because there's a feeling here that you might try to jump into a different relationship or move into something different right away without actually healing and learning the lesson and letting the universe know, like, hey, I got that. I understand that's what I was supposed to learn there. I'm going to go ahead and integrate that into my life. I'm going to go ahead and make that a part of, what I do going forward. If you don't, then these cycles just continue. So, it looks like a decision has been made here. Someone is definitely very, very upset, feels like something or someone very important has been taken from them. Before I go any further, there is also too an energy of someone not doing their part in this situation. Aries, this can be you or it can be the other person involved in the situation. But we really do reap what we sow, and it looks like somebody here just wasn't doing their share of the farming. So when harvest time came, they were found lacking. So be mindful of that you're not expecting to harvest when you haven't done the work, or that you're not expecting a harvest from someone who is unwilling to do the work. All right, the energy that I picked up, my intent was to pull 2 cards from the Halloween Oracle for everyone, but actually 3 came out for you, and these were the 3 that I got. And the first one is, pardon me, invisibility, and it's about being your authentic self or not. And I think someone here, you or someone that you're involved with here, has really not been doing that, not been being themselves, has been, you know, playing a role, or whether it's maliciously being fake or trying to act like there's something they're not because they think that that's what will make someone happy. Someone here has been doing that. Someone here has not been authentic to who they are. And the next energy that we have is vampire. And we've probably all heard of energy vampires and how some people can just literally suck the energy out of us. But it's something that we can do to ourselves also. It's something that if we're not being our true authentic self and we're just constantly having to play this role, play this part, do something that doesn't feel like, yeah, that's who I really am, you know, that's something that's not natural to us, we can exhaust ourselves in doing that. And it's definitely, you know, if you're pretending to be happy all the time when you're not, or pretending, you know, whatever it is that you're pretending to do, pretending to be or this other person is, it's wearing them out. Like they're exhausted emotionally, spiritually, maybe physically as well. And then the third card that we got was Midnight. And this is all about, it says the most magical hour of all, but I wasn't really getting a, you know, bewitched hour or anything like that off of it. What I got from it was, what is the saying? It's always darkest before the dawn. That there's someone here who's depressed, who's definitely dealing with some very heavy stuff, and is feeling just like wondering if things are ever going to get better. And they are. Energies are always passing. You know, nothing is ever forever. No good feeling is, no bad feeling is. You know, we have to experience everything to learn. So I just really want you to know that if you're the one that's experiencing this difficult energy, like it's going to pass. You know, try to find the lessons that this time in your life is trying to teach you, because that's always the case. But just know that things will get better. And so much of it, how fast that happens, has to do with what you tell yourself, how you think, you know, how, you know, things are better, or trying to find all the blessings, counting blessings in every day is definitely, you know, one of the ways to help move yourself out of this energy a little bit more quickly. Definitely being your authentic self is going to help. You know, if you know, have, you know, been pretending to be something that you're not, just letting that go, just being authentic, you know. And if you do that and people fall away from you, that's okay. That's all right. That's just not your people. And it doesn't even make them bad people. Like, they're just not your tribe. And, you know, that's okay. They need to go find their tribe. You need to be a part of your tribe. And I think that you'll find that you start feeling a lot better. I know I had a friend this week that was just really authentic and honest about who he is on Facebook, and I thought, you know, as I read about his story, I thought, you know, I bet that felt so good. And I don't think what he revealed, I mean, he's put it out there, so I won't feel bad to say it, that he's a married man. He's married to a woman, you know, and they have children, but he's a gay man. And I think a lot of people close to their family already understood that. But just putting it out there, just being his authentic self. Like, anybody that was wondering, yes, that is the case. I just thought, gosh, I bet that felt so good, just to put that out there and to say it, you know. And the way that they run their life works for them, and that's beautiful. But he doesn't have to pretend or do anything for anyone anymore, because he said it, and that's great. So let's find out what your situation is, Aries. What's the situation for Aries, please? Something that's been difficult, a path that you've been on that's been difficult, where there's, you know, again, I'm getting that lack of authenticity, honesty, just fakeness. I'm just getting fakeness. feeling. All right, let's go ahead. That feels good. What is the situation for Aries, please? I think a lot of you have been just really bored, lacking in passion, period. Just maybe feeling like just blocked when it comes to the things that you're passionate about or that you love, even if it's just hobbies, things that you like to do. It could be a person too. And I think a lot of you are just like going, you know, through your day, like just going through the motions. Like if you have to get kids up, get them to school, you do that, go to work, come home, make dinner, that you're just kind of on autopilot, not really finding joy in anything, just trying to get the things done that you need to get done. Ace of Wands, brand new passionate start in something. Wanting a brand new passionate start. We've got 4 of Cups and 9 of Wands. These together, 4 of Cups is something that you miss. It can be missed opportunities as well. This Knight of Wands energy is someone that's just kind of been through it. Like, you're still standing, you're still in the game, but gosh, you know, you're wounded, you're tired, you're wondering if there's going to be an end to it. I think you're staying in the game because there's something that you miss so much, or something that you think that you missed out on, that you want a brand new start in. And this could all be the other person as well, too, Aries. But someone that's missing something so bad, wanting it to be renewed so badly that they're willing to be uncomfortable for it. Got Cancer and Sagittarius energy there. What is the obstacle concerning this situation for Aries, please? What is the obstacle? There's some disillusionment here, confusion. Something that you want to rush back towards, but I'm wondering why. Why do you want to run back towards it? Why do you, is it just because you lost it and you want to prove that you can have it back? Or is there really a reason to run back to it? What's the obstacle for Aries? A lot of Cancer showing up here, Aries. You might have Cancer in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Cancer. I'm feeling for some of you that you might have Cancer actually in your own chart. Oh, obstacle blocked, being blocked. This is Libra energy, Libra moon energy specifically. The obstacle here is, this is you not wanting to see the truth of the matter, or the other person, you know, if it's flipped. Tell me more about the Two of Swords as the obstacle, please. Let's get some more information about this. This is being blindfolded to the truth of the situation, not wanting to acknowledge the truth of the situation. That truth, I think, is available to you also. You know, you have access to the truth, you just don't want it. Tell me more about the obstacle with the Two of Swords, please. Whoa, that's too many cards, Spirit. Tell me about the obstacle. Two of Swords is the obstacle. Please tell me more about the Two of Swords is the obstacle. Might be a Libra involved in this situation also. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is the stalker. This could be you obsessing over a Libra. It's almost assuredly someone that is watching another person, probably on social media. And then we have the Empress in reverse. There's a lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here. Specifically Gemini and Libra. Also Taurus and Libra with the Empress. And now the Queen of Swords. So there is a crap ton of Libra here being your, Libra being your obstacle. Like everything here is Libra. Yeah, there's definitely a Libra in play. So, you know, either you have Libra in your chart, but I suspect it's the other person. So, yeah, you're definitely dealing with a Libra here. Not wanting to see the truth, or seeing the truth and not believing it, or seeing the truth and making yourself believe that it's something different than the truth. So you might be taking, you know, a perfectly innocent little post that you see about, you know, I don't know, something just day-to-day, mundane sort of thing, and then you turn it into a whole story. Or it could be you seeing two people, you know, maybe if your love interest has another interest, or there's, you know, another person here, which I definitely am getting the feeling that there is. It might be you seeing, you know, these pictures of this happy couple, and you telling yourself, oh, it's just, you know, it's pretend, they don't really love that person, that's not real. Might be. I also see there's a feminine energy that's very jealous of an Empress energy that's involved here. Empress is Taurus, Libra energy. Empress is abundance. Empress is always either pregnant with a baby, or pregnant with possibilities, pregnant with ideas, pregnant with love, pregnant with nurturing, pregnant with, you know, she doesn't have to leave where she is because everything high vibrational comes to her. And once it comes to her, she shares it. She's, you know, the ultimate mother. She's the ultimate teacher. She's very patient. She just understands people. You know, people don't have to explain a lot to her about how they feel. Like, she just is very intuitive and very empathic and just sort of gets it. Where this Queen of Swords, I think that she's very jealous of this Empress. This Queen of Swords is probably a Libra, although she can be Gemini or Aquarius energy also. She says mean things about the Empress, which I think is interesting. I'm specifically picking up on that she calls the Empress fat. That's funny. Says things about the way that she looks. But it comes from a place of insecurity. That she knows that this Empress is an amazing person. And I think secretly there's parts of her that wants to be like her or admires her. But she's not going to admit any of that. I don't think this Queen of Swords is a bad person. She's just not as evolved as the Empress is yet. And, you know, and in time, she might be, but she isn't yet, and that's what's leaving her feeling very jealous. The reason why I just got the cutting words and the things like that is that as I was talking about them, the Five of Swords fell out. And if you look in this picture here, she's been stabbed in the back. So it may be that these two women have been at some point involved with the same masculine energy that we see here walking away. And this Queen of Swords might be trash talking this Empress, who I don't think did anything bad to this masculine energy. And he's just allowing it to happen. I mean, and I don't think it's just a conversation between this Queen of Swords and this masculine energy here. I think that this Queen of Swords is like talking some mad shit publicly. That she's, that she's attempting to do damage to this Empress's reputation, perhaps. Yeah. All right, what is the potential outcome here for Aries? Aries, I don't know where you are in this. So you'll have to decide whether you're this Empress or this Queen of Swords. You know, if you're the person that's not wanting to see the reality of it. I think that this Queen of Swords is the person. Let's go back. We've got the Ace of Wands and something that you miss. And this sort of fighting spirit, which I'm feeling is like the Empress's. That even though she's been hurt, even though she's been wounded, there's still a lot of love in her heart, and she's still ready to begin anew. She still has passion for life. She's still ready to keep going. Whether or not it's with this masculine or not, I don't think so. I think just generally speaking, that's who this Empress is. That she just, yeah, she's been hurt, but she's going to heal from that. She's going to find the lessons, leave the pain, keep it moving. And then I think that this Queen of Swords somehow is part of the story, and she's not wanting to see what the reality of it is. I think that she's probably stalking. Ooh. I think that she is probably the one that's watching this Empress. And that's why she's becoming so jealous and not wanting to see, not wanting to admit that she's been defaming someone who definitely didn't deserve for that to happen. Wow, that is some effed up karma. If you're this Queen of Swords you better figure stuff out and make it right. Because that, I don't think, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever jealousy that you have, whatever words that you've spoken, I don't think that it's damaged this Empress at all. But it's going to hurt you. If you're the Queen of Swords, it's going to come back. It's going to hurt you. It's going to come back and bite you right in your apparently skinnier than the Empress's ass. Woo, that's funny. I don't even know. I'm going to assume, Aries, here that you're the Empress. Since this is your reading, we're going to make you the Empress. So let's see what the potential outcome is here. You know, I want to say initially that it's this Empress that's sad about this ending to a relationship, but I don't think it is. I think that it's this Queen of Swords. I think something has happened in the past with this masculine that isn't really even showing up here very much. Oh. This Queen of Swords energy. Oh, wow. So remember when we talked about this faking it? This Queen of Swords energy is trying to embody some of the characteristics or trying to be like this Empress. She's jealous of the Empress, yet she's trying to, she wants to be like her and she's jealous of her. Wow. And when she fails at it, she talks all kinds of trash about the Empress. And this masculine who knows that this Empress, regardless of how he feels about her personally, knows that she's a good woman. And he's not putting a stop to it. Whoa, that got really specific all of a sudden, didn't it? What is the outcome here, please? Wow. I think that this masculine is losing interest in this Queen of Swords. I really think that he's beginning to lose interest in her because she's not being her authentic self. She's showing herself to be very envious. He doesn't like that she talks trash. It's just all very, very unattractive to him. I think he's seeing now that, you know, this Empress has really worked on herself and tried to level up, and she has. She's done that work. She's reaping what she's sown, and this Queen of Swords has not, and she's just trying to act like she's the same or that she's on that same level, and she's not, and he's